The all-new Ram 1500 Rebel is everything you'd expect from a Ram, but with a rugged off-road edge. Powered by the all-new straight-six twin-turbo, boasting an impressive 420 horsepower under the hood, its off-road game is beefed up and built for serious 4x4 performance. With rugged good looks and a sleek interior, you could say the Ram 1500 Rebel is a rebel with a cause. Ram eats everything else for breakfast.
You can never rid the human soul of its desire to run free. Not in this country. We all have our journeys that we cannot shy away from. Come on, old friend. Let's go. There's an undeniable and resilient spirit that dominates this land. An endless horizon that holds the dreams of our ancestors. A promise. A responsibility etched in the backbone and blood of the people of this great country. Arenas are built. Families, a culture, a nation are brought together to witness an epic showdown. For bulls and their riders, these journeys started before they were even born. Competition is in their lineage. It's in their blood. It's an instinct to confront one another. For a bull rider, there can be no anger. There can be no hate. Only respect and passion. A moment from which there is no return. It's not a brawl. It's an ancient dance. Two forces of nature colliding in harmony as they have for hundreds and hundreds of years before. And what happens in those 8 seconds can create legacies that span for generations. To conquer without risk is to triumph without glory. This is the PBR.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome wherever you are, whether you're here at BB Prince Stadium with us or you're joining us on the live stream. Simon Mallory standing next to Josh Hansen, and of course Warren Matonic joining us a bit later in the coverage. Josh, this is pretty exciting. Mackay, a beautiful night, but there's a lot on the line and there's a lot for these Cowboys to do over the next 2 nights.
Yeah, there is. This is one of the greatest events that we see all season. They bring the biggest bulls here. We've got the best riders, and they're all heading towards the Townsville for a gold buckle chance.
Well, it is only a month away, and it's all about grand finals. We've got a race at the moment for that top 3, 4. They know what their focus is, but we're more interested in that 20. We can only take 20. So there's a bunch of Cowboys on the bubble that really need to step up tonight.
Yeah, that's right, and they're only separated by about 60 points from about 18 through to about 24. So one good round can make a big move for those guys.
And to talk about that, we're going to have 2 rounds tonight, 2 rounds tomorrow night. So the Cowboys, they've got 4 bulls they've got to ride, and if they can get those big rides, there's big money. 30 grand up for grabs, if you will.
Yeah, there is, and with the strength of this bullpen, 2 rides might be enough to get the guy a win. So you've got to milk every single point you can out of these bulls because it'll all count in the end.
Now, for the first time ever, actually, we've got something on special for the Cowboys tonight. It's a 5 grand kicker. So our event leader, right, they will walk away with 5 grand in their pocket.
Yeah, whoever's leading at the end of round 2 tonight will leave with 5 grand and probably go to the after party.
Yeah, I'll say we'll find them. Now, the bullpen, you touched on it. We've got some quality bulls scattered throughout these next 2 nights.
Yeah, even tonight we're going to see 12 of the top 15 bulls in Australia compete. So it's going to be one of those nights. And with bull power comes bigger scores. We've seen massive scores in these arena before. We've seen Aaron ride Pandemic a couple of years ago for 89.5. Cody ride Boogers Beach for 89 points. So, yeah, it can happen. It all happens in this sand here.
Well, we looked at the matchup there. Luan's got, Kurt Shepherd's got these bulls, Mr. T, and we've also, Luan has joined the Warden. I mean, this is next level.
Yeah, you can't draw much deeper than that. Last year's running Bucking Ball of the Year, and probably the front runner for this year's Bucking Ball of the Year with Alpha Blokes Warden. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. It's going to be a tough night for those 2 guys.
Oh, it's going to be a tough night, but I'm actually got a great feeling about this. You know what, BB Prince Sam, I had a question to ask you. Are you ready for the PBR? Well, I'm afraid you can be much louder than that. Are you ready for the PBR?
It's game time, baby. Y'all ready to ride for me like I'm ready to ride for you? I need you to look me in my eyes right now and tell me, are you ready? 'Cause I'm ready. It's game time. Yeah, game time. We are not alike. It's game time. You and I, we are not alike. No, you don't shine when they hit the lights. I don't make myself bleed for this life and these kind of nights. You just okay, but I'm kind of nice. Yeah, I said it's game time. Baby, I said it's game time. Feel the pain in my voice just right now. Yeah, this is game time. Come and ride with a killer. Come and ride with a winner. I said it's game time. Yeah, I said it's game time. It's game time. Cause it's game time. This is game time like the Super Bowl. We got the city on hold when we put on a show. My brothers know this blood and pain made us way too cold. So we gon' die on the floor before they take it home. See that look in their eyes, yeah, they looking scared. They ain't live what we been through, I put that on my hand. I press the button, unleash the beast upon the field. So you don't want us, baby, cause we treat them kill. Yeah, this is game time. It's game time. It's game time. This is game time. This is game time. Cause we champions, game time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen of Mackay, Queensland, are you ready to meet the Cowboys of the PBR? Well, here we go. For the man from Mara, Queensland, and welcome back, Lawson Nobbs. From Normanton, it's Lee Gilbo. From Bow Desert, Queensland, please welcome Jay Baguero. From New Zealand, how about Kobe Parsons? From New Zealand, Daryl McPherson. His countryman, Clay Ward. From Proserpine, Kai Baguero. He's from Mount Isa, Western Queensland, Donnie Rutherford. From Bloomsbury, Queensland, Brumby Brandenburg. He calls Bowen, North Queensland, home. This is Bo Willis. From Tura, Victoria, Kelsey Pavlo. Out of Dungog, New South Wales, Thomas Hudson. From Gracemere, Queensland, Nash Mellors. From Rockhampton, Caden Sanderlands. From Sao Paulo, Brazil, it's Diego Galdino dos Santos. Out of Calliope, Queensland, Ben Bode. From New Zealand, three-time New Zealand champion, Riley Ward. And from Brazil, Alison Aguiar. These are your Yeti challengers. It is time to meet the top 4 bull riders on the Monster Energy Tour for 2025. And we begin with a 31-year-old bull rider that has had 3 event wins for 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the number 3 ranked bull rider this year from Willow Tree, New South Wales. This is Clint Glass. We move to a 23-year-old bull rider that 2 years ago walked on the stage of professional bull riding and became the next big thing, winning the PBR Rookie Bull Riding Championship. Right now sees him in the top 4 in the mix for a run at the PBR Australian Championship. From Athol, Queensland, this is Zane Hall. At 32 years of age, this could be our next PBR Australian champion. Why? Because he is the number 2 man coming into the event this weekend. He has won 4 Monster Energy Tour stops in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, he is from South America, from Brazil. This is Luan Christine Camara. But there is one man that has something to say about the race for the PBR Gold Buckle in 2025. And it is this 31-year-old that holds the key, that holds the number 1 spot coming into the event this weekend. He too, like his counterparts, has had 4 event wins, winning over $300,000 in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, trying to win that PBR Gold Buckle this season. He's from Mareeba, North Queensland. It is Kurt Shepherd. Well, ladies and gentlemen of Mackay, at this moment in time, I'd like you all to please be upstanding if you're able. And gentlemen, if you could remove your hats. Before the singing of the national anthem, it doesn't matter with the professional bull riders whether we are in the country of Brazil, Mexico, the United States, Canada, or here in this beautiful country of Australia, we will always take a moment to pray. Lord, we thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for this beautiful day. We thank you for so many blessings that you have bestowed upon each and every one of us. Tonight, Lord, as professional bull riders in a sport as dangerous as what we face, we ask simply that you watch over each and every one of us with your mighty hand of protection. Lord, we ask for a very special blessing over our livestock as well. And when this day is done and we return home, fans and family, we ask for traveling grace. We ask all these things. In your gracious and holy name we pray. Amen. To perform the Australian National Anthem tonight, I'm very, very honoured to introduce to you a very talented young lady who calls Mackay, North Queensland home. She's just 13 years of age, and tonight singing the National Anthem and signing for the hearing impaired. This is Darcy Geiger.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by seas. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has to be one of the most inspiring national anthem performances I have ever seen. Right now, as we get set to go with tonight's first night of competition, take a look at the big screen for a little PBR 101.
Bull riding, the toughest sport on dirt. How's it scored? First, the basics. The athlete must stay on the bull for 8 seconds. The clock starts when the bull's shoulders or hips have cleared the chute. The athlete must ride with only one hand gripping the bull rope. The clock will stop when the rider loses his grip from the bull rope, or when any part of his body hits the ground before the 8-second ride is over. If that happens, the result is a no score. If he touches the bull or any part of his own body with the free hand or arm before the 8-second ride is over, the rider is disqualified. The athlete's ride and the bull's performance are judged separately. Officials score the bull on how hard the bull bucks, how high he kicks, power, speed, and direction change. Athletes are scored by their control, rhythm, and how they match movement with the bull. If a rider wants to earn extra points, they can do so by pulling their leg away from the bull to demonstrate control. There are a total of 100 points available for a qualified ride. That is 50 points for the rider and 50 points for the bull. An average score will be in the 80s, where an exceptional ride will be in the 90s. Judges may award a re-ride for various reasons, such as a foul, or if the bull underperforms. The highest accumulated point total from the entire event becomes the winner.
So now each and every one of you are experts, know exactly what is going to be taking place here tonight, how they're scored. Well, let's meet the men who will make the decisions. Our area officials this weekend, two very experienced judges, Mr. Gav Tickle, Mr. Rob Kennedy, and our arena director, former great bull rider, Brian Duggan.
Well, and another three men that are absolutely vital to our competition. We applaud these guys and salute them. They are, of course, the Angels of the Dirt. I'm talking about our PBR Snowy River Caravan Protection athletes. Please welcome to the arena Harley Schofield, Kerry Whitehouse, and Logan Scott.
So as we get ready for the first of our 2 full go-rounds of competition that we're going to be watching here this weekend, round 1, section number 1 looks a little something like this. Nash Mellors is up on Evil Eyes. 104 will be tested by the 3-time New Zealand bull riding champion Riley Ward. Brumby Brandenburg, the Bloomsbury bull rider on Dunno Yet. Kobe Parsons has I'm an Outlaw.
And then we look into Lee Gilbo back with us on Alcatraz. Thomas Hudson, their success last weekend, 7-11 he's got. And then Caden Sandlands finds himself facing off with Soldier Boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get into the action. It's time for round 1, section 1, brought to you by Kent Hire.
So it is Friday night, Mackay, Queensland, and we are ready for a big night of professional bull riding as the Monster Energy Tour rolls into town. So let's start it off with Nash Mellors out of Gracemere, Queensland. The first man to nod his head on Evil Eyes from Clive Bucking Bulls. Somebody scream at him. Oh, 1.34 seconds. So, you can see Nash Mellors, he's going to waste no time, and he is going to hit that little red button. And for those of you who are coming to the PBR for your very first time and you're not quite sure what is happening, the bull rider has officially challenged the judge. And see not. There was indeed a rule infraction. So he's going to look back here on the monitor and he's going to watch this again 2 or 3 times, and we're going to look to see if there was a possible touch with that free hand. And you can see our judge making a decision, and he says no score for the bull rider. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the only good news that man is going to hear in this round. How about you go ahead and make a little noise for Nash Mellors as we kick things off?
Well, the official time, 7.18. So worthy challenge in a way there for Nash, but was not able to squeeze those extra vital hundredths, tenths of a second to get him in a picture. Well, we talked about this cowboy, 3-time New Zealand champion. We, of course, looking at Riley Ward here from Central Hawke's Bay, and he finds himself on Keeler Bucking Bulls 104.
Yeah, the 3-time New Zealand bull riding champion, the 21-year-old trying to make a big-time bull ride. Oh, and the clock stops at 7.36. And you can see the look of absolute frustration on the face of that New Zealand bull rider, knowing full well that he was almost there.
Well, what have they got to do, Warren? That is 2 right now that have almost made the whistle. I mean, we know what they've got to do, but heartbreaking stuff, the Riley Ward.
Oh, it is an absolute eternity. 8 seconds. It doesn't sound like much. When you're on the back of a bucking bull, I mean, it is an absolute lifetime.
Yeah, 7.36 for Riley. Well, we move on. We are oh so close, Mackay, to our first bull ride of the night. Hopefully Brumby Brandenburg can find that extra 0.6 of a second. He's from Bloomsbury, Queensland, folks.
Yeah, we got a few people from Bloomsbury here. All right, Brumby Brandenburg's up on Dunno Yet. Bull's only been ridden 1 time out of 18 outs. Brandenburg, the 27-year-old, a Monster Energy Tour win on his resume from a couple of years ago in Mildura, Victoria. He's number 29 right now, Simon. He's trying to fight to get into the top 20 to get back to Townsville this year for the finals. Here we go.
Oh dear, oh dear. Something amiss there at that start for Brumby. 1.43 seconds coming down.
Yeah, you know, and you look at this here on the Snowy River Caravans replay. You know, Brumby Brandenburg, I mean, he was up against it right there. That bull with an 84.5% buck-off ratio. I mean, that was a tough bull to try to get rid.
You can see it. All right, now we are. Another one of those Kiwi cowboys that have made the trek over here. A doubleheader like Mackay. Why wouldn't you? Kobe Parsons, 19 years of age is this cowboy.
Well, there's 30,000 reasons why these New Zealand bull riders make the trip over here to compete here in Australia. For one, our dollar's worth a little more than theirs, so it could probably be worth maybe 35,000, 36,000 to them. Kobe Parsons, right now, he's another young bull rider that has been impressive, competing in Caboolture, Cairns, Townsville, and Kilkevin. I mean, they're the venues that we've watched this bull rider at.
Well, and again, Warren, we look at where he's sitting in the series. He wouldn't be worrying so much about where he is at the moment. He'd be worrying about where he can be. And on two-night doubleheader like this, 4 rounds of comp, I mean, if he can get himself a big event win here, he can then load up into Tamworth. He could find himself a ticket into that grand final. So he finds himself drawn, I'm an Outlaw, from Clive Bucking Bulls. 5 times we've seen this bull on the PBR Tour, and only once was it ridden. Fraser Brabington, actually another Kiwi. He rode this bull, so no doubt they've chatted. Come on, Kobe, we're with you now. Wow. Look at that. Look at the work from our Snowy River Caravan Protection athlete. How about you put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, and give them a big round in there. Going to work. Harley putting his body on the line and protecting Kobe up against the chutes. Our Snowy River Caravan replay shows it quite closely here. Right now, I'm an Outlaw, turns back around. Oh boy, talk about courage. These guys have got it in bucket loads. Well, we move over now to Lee Gilbo from Normanton, Queensland. He has absolutely drawn deep into a mighty bull called Alcatraz from CF7 and Josh Pugh partnership.
Yeah, you know what? I had the opportunity to talk to Lee earlier here this afternoon. He's a racehorse trainer. This guy trains sprint horses, works on cattle properties, goes to a bunch of bush rodeos up there in the far north of Australia. He's a great young talent and a great young role model for the Indigenous Australians. Come on, Lee! Wow, that is a great bull. I mean, you know, you think about it, they've only ridden that bull some 4 times out of 37 attempts for an average of 87. Folks, how about a hand for a bull rider that is a long, long way from home, Lee Gilbo.
Well, you know what? He got a nice little kick there from Alcatraz. That won't faze Lee Gilbo, obviously. He'll be back again later tonight.
Yeah, that's right. All of our bull riders get on 2 bulls tonight, 2 again tomorrow night. So it is absolutely survival of the fittest. But here is a guy that has just hit top form, winning the Monster Energy event in Mara last Saturday night. Thomas Hudson on 7-11. Come on, Thomas. Be the first. Oh, man, he walked away with almost $7,000 last Saturday night. And Thomas Hudson just puts together 82 points tonight. 82 for the bull rider from Dungog, New South Wales. So that is the sound of a 5.7-litre V8 Hemi found under the hood of a Ram 1500. The toughest truck on the road, teaming up with the toughest sport on dirt. And here is a bull rider from Rockhampton, Caden Sandlands on Soldier Boy. A Rocky Bull Buster direction change, and he's there.
Wow, where there's one, there's two. Caden
Oh, my
Sandlands.
goodness.
Look at Soldier Boy still finishing off.
Wow.
His pattern, his rhythm. Not happy, but the numbers are in. 83 points.
83 points and a brand new leader in the competition. 83 for Rockhampton's Caden Sandlands. Whoa. And the Snowy River Caravan Protection athletes out here. Look out.
Whoa. Our Snow River Caravan barrel had a nice look. Well, look at that. What a round. Thanks to our event night partner, Kent Hire Earth Moving. That brings us to a close. We'll be back with our next section right after this.
Custom designed for your adventures, to take the road less traveled, to discover this land's natural beauty. Engineered and tested for the rugged Australian environment. Experience more with Snowy River Caravans.
So let's take a look at that Monster Energy leaderboard after section number one of round number one. And it is Rockhampton's Caden Sandlands with that 83-point score, top of the leaderboard. But hard on his heels, the only other qualified ride, the bull rider from New South Wales, Thomas Hudson's in there with an 82. Right now, we're going to go to our Bisley live cross with my good friend Josh Hanson on the back of the chutes.
Yeah, thanks very much, Warren. I've got Colin Fry from CF7 Bucking Bulls with me. Colin, it's been a really good year for your bull. You got two bulls in contention for the top 15 in the year. You must be real happy with how they've gone this year.
Yeah, no, real happy with them. Been down the road a bit with them, and yeah, should be good for the finals, I hope.
We've just seen one of your Bucking Bull contenders of the year, 7-11 out. We're going to see another one, Razor Sharp. Hard to believe this bull's almost 10 and he keeps just churning out these fantastic outs.
Yeah, he's pushing up there near 60 trips in the PBR, and geez, I don't know if he is slowing down, but yeah, we'll probably retire him at Townsville and we'll see how he goes up there.
Another matchup we're going to see during this section is this guy here, Ambush, against Donnie Rutherford. How do you see that matchup playing out? It looks like he's pretty calm in the shoots today.
Yeah, no, I've been looking forward to this matchup. Ambush is another one of the bulls that's been around for a long time. He puts big bull rides up, and I expect the same thing with Donnie tonight.
Good luck tonight. Back to you, Warren.
Well, after a great opening section of bull riding here in Mackay, let's move into round one, section number two matchups. We're going to start off with Lawson Knobs on Stranger Danger, Bo Willis Winchester, Clay Ward, Belando, Darryl McPherson, the other New Zealand bull rider on Razor Sharp.
Well, and then the rest coming in, Donovan Rutherford, who we talked about on Ambush. Jay Baguero there, some gave all. Big one here, Kurt Shepherd, Mr. T. And then, of course, one of those cowboys at the top, Zane Hall on the Joker. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for round one, section 2, brought to you by Ariat, the official cowboy boots of the PBR.
So we start off with Lawson Nobbs, Mayor of Queensland. Stranger Danger's the bull. Trying to get another bull rider to an 8-second qualified ride.
Well, we've got a little bit of a clock saying 2.04. Potentially something there on the replay might have looked like a hand came down or a slap.
Oh, wow. He's in trouble here, and that is a tough way to get off a bull on the fence. Lawson Nobbs shaking his head like he's not quite sure what went wrong. Well, we're going to go back, and they're telling me that the judges are looking for a slap. Watch the replay. You're going to see exactly what our officials are looking for. And, boy, I'm not going to make a call on this one, but that's a little bit above my pay grade. But Gavin Tickle there, you can see him in the bottom right-hand corner, and he is saying no score for Lawson Nobbs here in round number 1.
Not to be for that young cowboy. And I mean, at the end there as well, as you said, on our Snowy River Caravan replay, we could see it. He was in a world of hurt up against the fence.
Yeah, you know, I mean, this is a dangerous business. Not only getting on these things inside the bucking chute, but actually getting off them is probably the most dangerous part of professional bull riding. And here is a 35-year-old veteran. He's from Bowen, North Queensland. His name is Bo Willis.
Well, he's had over 200 outs here with the PBR. He finds himself on the back of Winchester, a relatively young bull. 2 times, been only ridden the once by Diego Galdino earlier there this year in Sydney. So Bo Willis, you know, he's a veteran. He's pretty wily himself. He'd be looking at this young bucking bull and think, you know what? I reckon I got this bull's number.
Yeah, multiple qualifier to the PBR Grand Finals in Townsville. Bo Willis has been an absolute staple when it comes to start talking about a top 15 performer on the Monster Energy Tour. Tonight, Willis here on the outside looking in. He is number 28, trying to make a big push to get him to that $150,000 bull riding bonanza that is the PBR Grand Finals. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. They call that bull Winchester from Keeler Bucking Bulls.
Well, Winchester just hit Bo Willis with both barrels. Let's look at this again, this Snowy River Caravan replay. I hope Bo is all right. He's come down hard.
Yeah, watch right here. Whoa. I've got a feeling he is a lucky bull rider.
So we've got our medics right now, our arena directors having a look over at Bo on the far side. Just keep a close eye on him there. As you said, Warren, man, that could have been so much worse at that moment.
So let's go to another one of our Trans-Tasman bull riders, Clay Ward, the 23-year-old from New Zealand, and Valando from MJ and Keeler Bucking Bulls. Talking about this bull, he has never been ridden. Could tonight be the first time? And he will keep his unridden status in check.
Man, that was coming down for some big altitude there, Clay Ward.
Yeah, you know, and I really love the way Clay started that bull. He really reached out over the front end of that bull, just trying to take that power away from him. But that bull was just absolutely explosive. A 41.5-point bull score probably doesn't do him justice for the out that he had.
Wow, Valando, a great-looking bull I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of as well. Well, we move on. We actually go from one Kiwi to another. But at the moment, we're just going to hold up there, Warren, and just get our medics across that arena. Just check out Bo Willis there, that cowboy that head butted the back of the bull, and we'll just make sure they give him a once-over and make sure he'll be good to go.
Well, Yeti, of course, bringing us the next matchup of the night. And Will, like you said, you talked about it. It is a matchup with a New Zealand bull rider, Daryl McPherson, up against Razor Sharp from CF7 Bucking Bulls. This is a great matchup and a big opportunity for this bull rider here that is the number 43 bull rider on the tour to make up some ground. He bucked off both his bulls in Nowra, bucked off in Orange, and he was no score in Hawkesbury. So it has not been a good second half of 2025 for Daryl McPherson.
Well, we've actually had a previous matchup, funnily enough, in Mackay last year. On this very soil, Daryl McPherson and Razor Sharp have met. No doubt, Daryl, like all good bull riders, has a very short-term memory and would have put it to the back of the mind. But now he's back. Now he sees himself with Razor Sharp. There's a bit of redemption in the air potential here for Daryl. We need to get behind him, Mackay. Let's ride it with him. Well, Razor Sharp 2-0 for Daryl McPherson.
Yeah, that bull has a very, very wicked left-hand corner. And the man from New Zealand coming down. So a tough and even tougher start to the Kent Hire Monster Energy to a stop here in Mackay in round number 1. But this could be the matchup of this round. Donovan Rutherford from Mount Isa, Queensland. You heard Colin Fry, Josh Hansen talking about this matchup. The big Brindle ambush from CF7 Bucking Bulls. Donovan Rutherford rides left-handed. This bull, 9 times out of 10, will spin to the left. I love it. Come on, Donnie. Back to the right. And he's got him.
All day. Donovan Rutherford. Just in absolute control. How about it? 85.5 points, folks. Man, big numbers there for Donnie.
Yeah, you know, and worth every single point of it, too. 42-point bull score for ambush. Donovan Rutherford just ahead of him in the point scoring for rider control. Degree of difficulty. Rutherford right now is the man to beat in round 1.
Wow. What a way to start your account. Here we go. Jay Bagheero wasting no time. Come on, Jay. Some gave all. Was the bull 7.07 on the clock?
Button, and I'm not sure what he's challenging here. Maybe the start. He's probably thinking that the bull fouled himself. I know his free arm came in contact with the chute, but this is the thing that the judges have got to make a call on. So he's challenging the contact on the chute with his free hand.
Yeah, so that bull you can see is tight in that Bisley workwear bucking chute. Some gave all. It's what the judges are having a look at now. Was this bull impeded in any way inside that chute? Couple of different angles available. We aren't as sophisticated as the bunker.
Yeah, you know, and this bull's got a hair trigger here, but the question is, did the bull make contact with the bucking chutes? And if they did the contact cause the buck off?
Well, the judge is going to have another look at it in real time. We're in their hands.
Yeah, you know, I mean, this is This is one of those calls where I'm certainly glad that I'm not in Gavin Tickle's position, and he is saying no score for the bull rider. No score for Jay Bagheero.
You know what? I think we should probably put our hands together, folks, because that cowboy tipped his hand into his pocket, pulled out $200 and said, I want to challenge it. It's an expensive way to go. Well, it sets us up. Warren, right now we are looking at our current leader on the Monster Energy Tour. We're talking about a cowboy from Mareeba, Queensland, Kurt Shepherd.
Yeah, and a 4-time rematch. This will be the 4th time that he has had this bull. Ladies and gentlemen, in their 3 meetings previous in Caboolture, Rockhampton and Winton, it all went to the bull. Kurt Shepherd is trying to win that PBR Australian Championship. To become a PBR Australian champion, you have to ride more bulls than anybody else in a given season. Kurt Shepherd has been a master of being a qualifier to the PBR finals here in Australia on multiple occasions. He's qualified to the Unleash the Beast Tour in the United States. Kurt Shepherd, can he... Oh.
Wow. Well, Warren, I mean, we're going to have another look at this Snowy River Caravan replay to see what actually happened here for Kurt.
You know, and look, I'm not going to be the bearer of bad news here, but Kurt Shepherd coming into the event this weekend is not 100% healthy. Here is a bull rider, a veteran that is dealing with a number of physical conditions. And boy, I tell you, if you think golf is a tough sport, you want to try riding bucking bulls.
Well, not to be there for Kurt. Maybe that shoulder playing up. We'll check in on him a bit later. Now, we turn our attention here to a young cowboy, Zane Hall. We saw him stand up the top, currently sitting 4th. He's from Athol, Queensland, but he's got a bit of a bull in front of him that is no laughing matter, but called Joker from Dittman Bucking Bulls.
Yeah, you know, and Zane Hall is another bull rider coming in here on a hot streak. The 23-year-old is starting to feel how close he is to the top of the PBR standings this year. It is just 4 events away. Zane Hall needing a big bull ride right here, right now. Oh, and the Snowy River Protection athletes taking a hit. Wow. What a great job from our talented trio, and you can see Zane Hall gasping for air on top of that preferred bucking chute, down at 5.24 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and put your hands together for him and those protection athletes. That was huge.
Well, you know what? The bull turned back in around when Zane was out that side. I thought he was going to recover from that moment, but not to be. And, man, our protection athletes just went to work for each other. We don't catch it on that replay, but boy, oh boy, that was something to behold.
So there it is, the leaderboard change, the shuffle for the number 1 spot here at Mackay this weekend. Donnie Rutherford moves to the lead with that 85.5. Sandlands, Thomas Hudson, they're the 3-man on the board right now. But we are going to go with a Bisley Live cross with Josh Hanson.
Yeah, it was, Rob. On 7-11 in the first section.
Done my job and got what I could do.
You picked up your maiden victory last week in Nowra. You said to me via text just after the event that you put a lot of miles and a lot of hard work into that. What does it mean to you to pick up your first PBR Champions buckle?
Oh yeah, it means a lot. I've been travelling and chasing these for a while now, and for it to happen, it was pretty unreal.
You spent a fair bit of 2024 competing in America. How do you think that's played into your bull ride? Has it made you a better bull rider? And what type of things did you pick up over there that you brought home?
Oh yeah, it opened your eyes up and sees different levels of bull riding and what it takes to be the best. And yeah.
Thanks very much, mate. Good luck in round 2.
Oh, thank you very much, Josh. As we move to round one, section number 3 matchups, we're going to start off with the number 3 bull rider, Clint Glass on Hellraiser. Diego Galdino dos Santos on All What. Kai Bagheero from Proserpine with Downtime, and Mood Swing will be attempted by Ben Bowe.
Well, it just keeps getting better. Alison Aguiar there. He's got Forever Young, Kelsey Pavlo, Moosey's Moto, and then to finish us out, Luan Christian Camara with Alpha Blokes Warden. Well, these Cowboys are going to have to get to work, and how appropriate we find ourselves in round 1, section 3, brought to us by Bisley Workwear.
Come on, Mackay, punch your left hand with your right hand. Let's make a little noise. It is Friday night, and we are in for a party with the number 3 ranked bull rider on the tour, Clint Glass, Willow Tree, New South Wales, on Hellraiser. And he's got him. How about the bull rider from New South Wales?
Man, look at this from Clint Glass. He has had himself busted as well. He's carrying injuries like all these Cowboys are, but man, 82.5 points there.
Yeah, and that's going to put him right now into the number 3 spot here in round number 1. 82.5 for the number 3 ranked bull rider on the Monster Energy Tour. So we move to one of the most popular bull riders. If there was a contest for the most popular bull rider on the Monster Energy Tour by our fans, I would say that without a doubt, it would be the 33-year-old from Sao Paulo, Brazil, Diego Galdino dos Santos. TF Bucking Bulls and 4H Helicopters partnership bring us a bull tonight called Or What? Wow, Diego has been here for about 18, 20 months now. Qualified to the PBR Grand Finals last year in Townsville, and he's the number 14 bull rider this season.
Well, we know absolutely nothing about this bull here, but we know a lot about the contractors. And this is a TF Bucking Bull 4H Helicopters partnership. Diego Galdino, Or What is the bull that he's drawn.
How cool is it? We've got bull riders from New Zealand, bull riders from South America joining us here on the Monster Energy Tour. This is an absolute international bull riding race. And Diego Galdino dos Santos looking for a big moment. Go, Diego! Go! Wow. Man, that bull made me dizzy.
It did, mate. Diego was there. He seemed to be, maybe it was just dizziness that got the better of him.
I don't know about Diego, but I am giddy after watching that bull. Look at this thing. He was spinning like a Las Vegas roulette wheel.
Well, unfortunately, it didn't come up with Diego's number, and too much for him.
Oh. Look out.
He's still spinning.
Yeah. So this is the very first time that, whoa, so let's just let another one out. Let's just let another one of these man-eaters out into the arena.
Well, they're probably looking for where the after party's going to be tonight, Warren.
And where is it going to be?
It's going to be at the Arcadia Bar. Obviously, our good friends there on board again this year, and we are delighted and excited. So once we finish here, we need to roll down where these boys are going. Head to the Arcadia Bar. That's where our Friday night after party will be.
Home of the official after party for the professional bull riders in Mackay this weekend. And just down the road,
Wow, listen to the crowd get behind Kai.
Oh, everybody wants to see a local bull rider do good here in Mackay this weekend. Kai Bagheero, the 20-year-old, faces Downtime from Dun Bucking Bulls. Here is another bull rider trying to get to the PBR Grand Finals, and he better get things going. He's number 43 right now. Here we go.
Wow, gee, look at this. Kai Bagheero just seemed to get folded in half there on top of Downtime.
Yeah, you know, and this bull kind of started funky. See how he kind of walked out of the chutes? That is real hard to get any sense of timing with, because you're sitting there, you're nodding your head, you're expecting that thing to absolutely explode. And then all of a sudden he just walks out of the chute and then just throws in a big sucker punch.
Well, a cowboy that we have watched is up next in our Bisley Workwear Buck and Shoot. A cowboy that we have watched with a lot of interest. I mean, he is as tall as the day is long, as strong as the arena, and he's a young cowboy from Calliope, Queensland, Ben Bode.
Yeah, you know, when this 21-year-old in a Kent Hire matchup here tonight, and I can see all of our good friends from Kent Hire up in the stands there. Hope you're having a great night here at BB Prince Stadium. Ben Bode, you know, he started the year off winning the very first stop of the Monster Energy Tour in Scone in New South Wales, and has maintained a top 10 position on that Monster Energy leaderboard.
Well, he finds himself on the back of Mood Swing from Dun Bulls. 7 times he's been out, only ridden twice. But it's a good number there. It's something that he saw Nash Mellors do in Caboolture, 83.5. Alison Aguiar's been able to do it in Townsville. Ben Bode would be looking at this bull. He would be sitting there with that positivity through the veins. He needs it. No matter what Mood Swing throws at him, Ben should be up for this challenge.
Yeah, you know what, Nash Mellors showed it could be done on this bull in Caboolture for 83.5 points. All right, come on, Benny, let's go. Hey, look at this.
Oh, yeah.
He's there.
Oh, yes. Looking good.
Wow, and just like that, we get our 5th qualified ride. Folks, not only the 5th qualified ride, but an 84-point score. 84.
Wow, there is not a finer looking cowboy when they're in dominant form. And Ben Bode, you can see his confidence just clicked.
Yeah, you know, and he's thinking about those points, and he's thinking about the move that he has just made towards the top of the pack. As we take a look at a bull rider from South America. And I love the way this bull rider goes about his business. The 29-year-old from Brazil, Alison Aguiar, number 5 in that Monster Energy PBR Australian Championship race. And he has a bull that has only ever been ridden twice out of 29 outs. This is Forever Young from MJ and Keeler Bucking Bulls. And I mean, he is one tough bull to ride.
Well, these contractors, MJ Keeler, they are bringing some quality bulls to the Mackay Invitational. Let's go. Come on, Allison.
Come on, Allison. Give it to him. He's at 5, 7. He's there. Oh. Oh, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Oh, boy. You know, what a great effort. I can hear in my ears, they're telling me the Russian judge gave him a 9.9 for the dismount. But no, it is 82.5 points for the score for the Brazilian Alison Aguiar.
Oh, man. Allison coming down on the back of this. A full front flip over the handlebars.
Boy, I can remember that happening to me on my push bike going to school one day.
Man, great start for Allison. Now, this is a moment where energy's most important. Kelsey Pavlo from Tour Victoria. He's there, strapping himself into an absolute monster bovine in Moosey's Moto.
Yeah, this is a bull in contention for the PBR Bucking Bull. I tell you, this is a handful. He has never been ridden in 11 attempts. And the 23-year-old's going to try to be the first.
There is so much power in that bull. 3.85 seconds there for Kelsey Pavlo.
Yeah, 42.5 point bull score for Moosey's Moto. As we transition now to a very important moment on the Monster Energy Tour. That PBR Australian Championship race right now, it is neck and neck for the number one spot. So let us take you down to the bull rider that is in the number 2 position. And a bull that he attempted previously this year in Alpha Blokes Warden. This is the bull that is in the conversation for the number one bull of 2025. Luan Christine Camara, the 32-year-old from Brazil, trying to win an Australian PBR Bull Riding Championship. And a bull that has never, ever been ridden.
An absolute powerhouse again from MJ Keeler Bucking Bulls. Alpha Blokes Warden, of course, the popular podcasters seeing this bull, they wanted to be involved. So the Alpha Blokes have got their hands all over the Warden, but the Warden really has his hands over everyone else.
I've got a feeling the Brazilian's going to ride him. Come on. Oh. Boy. Wow. I'm lucky I didn't bet you that $2, but, I mean...
You would be right to...
That's about as much as they pay me to do this stuff.
Your money was looking good at the start there, though, Warren. Our Sony River Caravan replay. Luan trying to get...
Yeah. I mean, Luke, you can see how agile this bull is, but look at the bull score. He is right up there alongside of Winchester tonight with a 44-point bull score, because at the end of tomorrow night, we are going to crown a Yeti Wild Bull of the Mackay Monster Energy Competition. So that was a very, very important out for that bull. Folks, we're coming back to you right after this.
Welcome to POA.
So let's have a look at that packed leaderboard. 6 qualified rides. Donnie Rutherford still on top, 85.5. Ben Bowe, now the number 2 bull rider here this weekend. Sandlands, Glass, Aguilar, Hudson. It's top 6 bull riders. But right now, Mackay, you have been such a wonderful audience here tonight. We've got something really cool with one of you.
Yeah, that is right, Warren. I've had a look and I thought, you know what, we're going to take this up a notch. I'm looking at this beautiful Mackay crowd here, and I've got a quick question. Who wants to win a $250 voucher from Bisley Workwear? All right, I found the guy straight away. This guy didn't miss a beat. You in the white shirt, stay where you are. Oh, no, come on over. Oh, hang on. Stay clothed, please. Stay clothed. We're going to follow around and get this weapon down here, Warren. Okay. He didn't miss a beat. As soon as we said $250 voucher, he was up. He knew it. All right, come on over here, champ. I'm going to get you. This will be a good shot here. I think you can see it. What's your name, buddy?
Will.
Will, good to meet you. What do you do for a crust, Will?
I'm a Friggy.
A Friggy, okay. Well, you'll know yourself around a bit of Bisley Workwear. So your eyesight's pretty good?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
All right, Will, we'll have a look at that big screen up there because our friends at Bisley Workwear are going to put you to the test. We have a magic shirt challenge. So, Will, if you're man enough and good enough, $250 voucher is going to be hidden behind one of those shirts. Are you up for the challenge?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so you see it there. We've just put our voucher behind the first shirt. So that is shirt number 1. What number is that shirt, Will?
Number 1.
Okay, number 1. You've passed the first test. Congratulations. So I want you to have a look at this, where our shirts go. Everyone else in the stadium, you can play along and be a support network for Will. But we're going to spin these shirts and see where that $250 voucher ends up. Take it away, Lou. Let's give the shirts a spin. Oh, look at Will. A face of concentration. Nothing will deter him. Oh, whoa. Hang on. All right. So, Will, we have landed on 1, 2, and 3, and I'm looking around the crowd here, and there is a lot of support for you. So, hang on, let's make this easy. Who thinks it should be shirt number 1? Who thinks shirt number 3? Who thinks shirt number 2? Oh, there's a bit of a split there, Will. Seems like 2 and 3. You had a good look at that. Where are you thinking?
Nah, I got pretty good odds. It's number 2.
Number 2? Who's with Will on number 2? All right, Will, you want to lock in too?
100%.
All right, we're going to lock it in. Judy, please give us that drum roll. Will has decided number 2. Let's see if he's right. It's number 2! Will has done it. Congratulations, Will. You have got a $250 workwear voucher from Bisley. Warren, how good is this?
Oh, congratulations, Will. $250 of a voucher from our good friends from Bisley Workwear. Well done. So, speaking about workwear, folks, come on down to the PBR merchandise booth because we're going to give you our official intermission break right now. 10 minutes. We're going to give you an opportunity to get up, get yourself something to eat or drink. Head on over to the merchandise booth. What's the heads up? Is it the brisket, the sausage? The German sausage is what everybody is talking about here as far as the food is concerned. So that's what I'm hearing. But the merchandise booth is doing great business over here. We're going to be back in 10 minutes with the second half of the opening night of the Monster Energy to a Stop presented by Kent Hire.
Bull Stories.
Previously on Bull Stores.
I want to meet him so bad.
My hero. I'm legit too.
Don't do it, little brother. Never meet your heroes. They always let you down.
Don't listen to your bummer twin. Go say hi to Legit in his locker room after this. He's a sweetheart. Loves meeting up-and-comers.
He does? That would be amazing! OMG! There's Legit's workout bench! There's Legit's personalized mini fridge filled with Buck Bolt energy drink! There's Legit's horns? She'll be riding 6 wide. What are you doing in here? I didn't see anything.
This area is off limits. Now give me those. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Stories to be continued.
Doesn't matter what happens to you. Life don't stop. Neither do I.
The all-new Ram 1500 Rebel is everything you'd expect from a Ram, but with a rugged off-road edge. Powered by the all-new straight-six twin-turbo, boasting an impressive 420 horsepower under the hood, its off-road game is beefed up and built for serious 4x4 performance. With rugged good looks and a sleek interior, you could say the Ram 1500 Rebel is a rebel with a cause. Ram beats everything else for breakfast.
Well, I'm running like my hair is on fire, and I don't intend to stop even when my legs grow tired. And I got a message, Colorado straight from Texas, captured most of me, just let me be.
team at the Beanley Rum Distillery on the banks of the Albert River certainly are a resilient lot. They've been crafting their world-class rum with the same care since 1884 and insist on using the finest local ingredients, like pristine Queensland rainwater. History tells us that, on occasion, they get just a little too much. Looks like they're ready this time, though. Beanley Rum, the real Australian spirit.
Custom designed for your adventures, to take the road less traveled, to discover this land's natural beauty. Engineered and tested for the rugged Australian environment. Experience more with Snowy River Caravans.
We are bringing Nitro Circus back down under. Get your tickets at nitrocircus.com.
History will be made where legends rise. A battle for glory. PBR Grand Finals. Where one rider will be crowned the Australian champion. The biggest event of the year. 2 nights of adrenaline-filled, heart-stopping action. 31st October and 1st November at Townsville Entertainment Centre. Tickets on sale now at pbraustralia.com.au.
Welcome to POA.
has come for something big, an experience like never before. Don't just watch it. Step inside the pit. Are you ready? heartbeat.
Take a look at the big screen, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time of night. It's brought to us by Yeti. It is the Yeti Fan of the Night, and here's Josh Hansen.
Yeah, thanks very much, Wazza. I've been watching all the rides, bull rides, and keeping an eye on the crowd, and there's definitely been a lot of movement in this section. And I'll tell you what, we're not going to have to go far tonight to award this beautiful Yeti bottle to our Fan of the Night. We're just going to go over here, Finn, just follow me. And these guys down the front here have not stopped moving all night. Guys, you're the Fan of the Night. What's your name? Kira, this is your first PBR?
Yes.
Where are you from?
Australia in Mackay.
You're from Mackay. Congratulations. Keep up the energy. Enjoy your bottle.
Oh, congratulations and thank you to Yeti for giving us the opportunity for our Fan of the Night. Well, let's waste no time as we move into the second half of the night, ladies and gentlemen. It will be round number 2. Remember, all of our bull riders are coming back for the second round, the second of 4 here this weekend. And we're going to start off with section number 1. Nirvana, Nash Mellors, Riley Ward has Quitting Time, Cohen's Tequila, Brumby Brandenburg, Kobe Parsons with Last Confession. Over the page, we go to Normanton's Lee Gilbo, Thomas Hudson with a great ride already on Stitch Up, and Airborne with Caden Sandlands. So as we get ready, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for round number 2, section number 1, brought to us by the official off-road partner of the PBR, Can-Am. So, Simon, we have reloaded the bucking chutes, and we have run in another powerful pen of performers. Right now, Monster Energy leaderboard. We haven't seen this in a while. 6 qualified rides after the first round of competition, and some great bull riders still to come in round number 2.
Well, I just don't know if it's that $5,000 kicker that's sitting there maybe in the back of their minds, but they are digging deep tonight, and this is a stacked Friday night. Now we reset. Every cowboy gets a second shot. Those big names that we talked about at the top, they also come back and have another go. So we are far from over.
Well, here is a bull that has been making every highlight reel on the Monster Energy Tour this year. The unridden Nirvana from Dittman Bucking Bulls up against the 19-year-old Nash Mellors. Watch this. Woo! Man, that bull absolutely exploded, and the Ariat officials say 43.5-point bull score for Nirvana, who was the high mark bull in Nowra in New South Wales last weekend.
Not to be there for Friday night for Nash Mellors. Now, we look back to that Kiwi we talked about, Riley Ward. So this is it, a 3-time NZ champion. And Riley's got himself in a bull that I know you personally love, Warren.
I do. There is nothing, no sound better than the 5 o'clock whistle when somebody yells out, "Quitting time." Riley Ward. Here is another bull coming in here with some statistics that says he is yet to be ridden. But these two have never, ever met. And this is the 3-time New Zealand champion, Riley Ward, on Quitting Time. Come on, don't quit. Man.
Riley nearly rode him for 8 inside the bucking chute.
Wow, that bull. Watch the replay as it comes back here. We'll talk about up and down. Look at this bull here. The up in the front, the up in the hind end. Right here, Riley Ward kind of lucky to get away with a relatively easy buck off on that bull, Quitting Time.
Used to some of the roads out there in Queensland that potholes galore going up and down. Well, Brumby Brandenburg didn't get the start early that he wanted, so he finds himself now with another monster in front of him. Cohen's Tequila from Dittman Bucking Bulls. 9 times he's been out, only been ridden once.
Yeah. Did I hear you say he's from Bloomsbury, Queensland?
Well, that I did. What do you reckon, Mackay? Is that worth a cheer or what?
So the Bloomsbury Bullbuster, Brumby Brandenburg. His dad was a 2-time Australian bull riding champion. Cohen's Tequila, ridden 1 time out and 9 outs. And it's only been a Brazilian that has managed to stay with him. Allison rode this bull in Townsville earlier this season. Ram Bucking Shoot is where we are at with Brumby Brandenburg trying to get to his 2nd PBR Grand Finals in Townsville. And there is not a lot of opportunities left in the 2025 championship season. So if he wants to be there, he needs to make it count. Come on, Brumby. Make it count. Oh, and he was so close. 5.52 for Brandenburg. Ladies and gentlemen, he has come down hard off 2 bulls here tonight. What do you say we give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, Mackay? Come on, put your hands together for a tough young man from Bloomsbury.
Wow, Cohen's Tequila. Like all my experience there with tequila, I don't end up with a great result.
So it will be back to the New Zealand bull rider, Kobe Parsons. The 19-year-old, and Last Confession is the name of the bull. By the way, when was the last time you made your confession?
Well, every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Well, it's only if I get up to mischief. Unfortunately, church isn't open every day for me.
So Keeler Bucking Bulls brings another great bull here. And the last time that he was ridden, Kurt Shepard rode this bull in Townsville. Kobe Parsons, the 19-year-old, looking for his first qualified ride of the season. Come on, Kobe! Big try! And the Can-Am clock reflects the story. 3 points for Parsons. That was a tough trip. You know, riding bulls is not easy. I'll tell you this. Riding bulls is not easy. But it is absolutely the hardest thing you can possibly do at this level. We're talking about another level of livestock on the Professional Bull Riders Monster Energy Tour.
Well, another cowboy here that has appreciated and loved that level is this cowboy we're looking at right now, Lee Gilbo. Earlier tonight, he made a good fist of it, wasn't able to get it done, but we saw him there in Winton. He loves coming to a PBR.
You know, young people out there, you want to take a page out of this man's book. He told me this afternoon, Lee Gilbo from Normanton, he said, I've never had a cigarette, I have never had a drink, and I do not do drugs, but I love riding bulls.
Well, he has got Kinky Ninja in front of him from Keeler Bucking Bulls. 5 times unridden. So Lee Gilbo, clean body, clean mind. Can it be enough to make that whistle? Let's ride it with him.
Wow. You know, and we have seen that bull wrath on 5 other opponents on the Monster Energy Tour, and no love for Lee Gilbo here on night number 1.
Not to be his night Friday night. Well, not to worry. We will be looking back to Super Saturday for Lee and his chance once that draw comes out to hopefully get something a bit more favourable. Well, now a cowboy in red-hot form. We talk about success, we talk about energy, we talk about positivity. This guy has it in spades. Thomas Hudson. He is one of our cowboys that got us open tonight. He's sitting there on 82 points. It would mean a lot on Stitch Up to get 2 from 2. Let's go, Thomas!
Come on! Wow. And he was going at that thing. 6.38 seconds for Hudson. Man, it was, for a moment there, I thought we were going to get our first cowboy to the Monster Energy leaderboard. 2 qualified rides, but it is to no avail. But not for a lack of trying for Thomas Hudson. 6.38, no score in round 2.
Although he misses that 5K kicker from tonight, he is still well and truly alive for that 25 grand tomorrow night. Caden Sandylands is another cowboy that has his opportunity to walk away with a chunk of change. Airborne CF7 Bucking Bulls is the bull he's got to beat.
So Sandylands is sitting number 3 on that Monster Energy leaderboard with 83 points. Question is, can he add to that total? Can he duplicate that and put together 2 qualified rides and win that $5,000 bonus payout here on the opening night? Airborne from CF7 Bucking Bulls, I say yes. Sandylands is a tough bull rider. He has an uncanny ability of coming up and delivering when it is needed most. The number 15 bull rider on the tour. Come on, King. Wow, and you can see why they call that bull Airborne. Actually, I just got a phone call. A message just popped up on my screen from the boss of Qantas saying we've just bought that bull. We're going to use him right now in the route from Darwin to Adelaide.
Well, they would be happy with that purchase. Katie Sandylands feeling the full force of Airborne. Well, we move on. But hey, folks, something very interesting for you all here. Free demo. So those of you around Can-Am, I want to do you a big favor. Pull out your phone and scan this QR code. The idea is they will drop off a unit at your place for 24 hours. A free demo is coming your way. A free demo for 24 hours. Scan out that QR code and you will get a Can-Am Defender on your land. You can put it to the test there and then. So if you want that opportunity, scan away there for our good friends at Can-Am. And our after party. Well, we'll talk about our Monster Energy leaderboard right now, Warren. It's looking stacked.
Yeah, you know, Jonathan Rutherford still on top, and he is yet to ride. So's Ben Bode. Clint Glass has already played his card. Clint Glass is still to ride, Allison and Thomas Hudson. So that is the leaderboard here after round 1 and section number 1 of round number 2.
Now, we talked about an after party earlier, Warren.
Yeah.
I know you love to get down and boogie. So Friday night, where do you think you'd like to be sitting right now?
I'd like to be anywhere that these guys are playing. The Geiger Weekend Takeover. It is officially Saturday the 4th of October and Friday the 3rd of October tonight. And it is...
The Arcadia Bar is where we've got to be. Now, it's there, 9th, 5th lane. So all you got to do is rock on up. You can grab your tickets from Eventbrite, but Friday night, tonight, Cade and Matt Geiger are going to be pumping it out. And then the full Luke Geiger band tomorrow night.
Wow. That is going to be absolutely amazing.
Now, and unfortunately, Warren, we do want to say, even though we're going to have a great time tonight, there are some people out there that are suffering. So we just want to draw your attention, ladies and gentlemen. A member of our community in Mackay was taken too soon. So if you are in need of help, if you need to have a chat to anyone, anytime, mental health intake and referral is there. The number's on the screen. We've even got our tent next to the merch tent. So please, there is nothing ever to be ashamed about, nothing ever to be embarrassed about. If you're struggling, pick up the phone, call these guys, call your mates.
So these are the matchups we prepare to watch for round 2, section 2. Lawson Nobbs from ours on Main Street. High Voltage, Bo Willis. Clay Ward with the Widowmaker. Unstable, a bit like myself, Daryl McPherson. And let's flip it over and we take a look at Donovan Rutherford, the event leader. Revolver, Twist and Shout, Jay Bagheero. Kurt Shepard, the number 1 bull rider on Manshake, and Double Shot with Zane Hall.
Oh, it is a stacked round, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it on. It's time for round 2, section 2. Brought to you by Snowy River Caravans.
Well, we're going to start off with our Snowy River Caravan matchup and a bull rider that has been one of the most successful Australians, not only here in this country, but also in the rest of the bull riding world. Lawson Nobbs from Mara, Queensland, a multiple Pendleton Whiskey Velocity Finals qualifier. The 28-year-old finds himself on the back of a bull called Mean Streets from CF7 Bucking Bulls. Well, no chaps. He's going to go a little old school on this one.
Well, he needs that money. He wants that 25K. This cowboy's had a lot of time overseas. He's spent his time cutting his teeth, getting amongst it. We've seen some big bull rides for him there in Fort Worth, Texas. Not, well, a couple of years ago it was now, but he's back here on Australian soil. He's back here in Mackay, more importantly, and he's back here to mean business with Mean Streets.
Yeah, I love this matchup right here. Nobody puts out more effort than Lawson Nobbs. Come on, Lawson.
Well, maybe the chaps might have helped him stick on a bit better, but he seemed to slide right on off Mean Streets. CF7 Bucking Bulls, 3 times unridden, make that 4. It's not to be a Friday night worth remembering for Lawson, but as Warren said, he is a quality cowboy. Tomorrow night is a new day for Lawson Nobbs. Well, as we said, look at the shot there. As you can see, our camera crew working overtime here in the PBR Mackay Invitational, I should say, proudly supported by Kent High, our event night partner, coming to the party once again. And they just love everything about this sport, and why wouldn't you? Clay Ward, first of our Kiwis here. Well, not the first of them, but we've seen him again. Widowmaker, let's go, Clay.
Yeah, you know, and no doubt about it, no love for Clay Ward here, but here is a bull rider that no doubt will try to represent his country at the end of the year in New Zealand with the Tasman Cup on offer. The competition between Australia and New Zealand playing out for the second time in New Zealand. And the Snowy River Caravans replay showing the story here. And you can see the footwork there from the Snowy River Caravan Protection athletes. I mean, these guys are great.
Well, Unstable doing a lap of honor around the arena here. Enjoying, sorry, I should say Widowmaker.
Yeah, that makes it even worse when you get a bull called Widowmaker. And there he goes.
Well, I was getting ahead of myself because Unstable is the next bull that we will be looking at. It's from Dun Bulls. Another one of these bulls that have just been unridden to date 11 times. Cowboys have tried, they've pitted their strength against Unstable and not able to unlock it.
Yeah, you know, and Daryl McPherson from New Zealand, I mean, here is one of your national finals qualifiers many, many times in New Zealand. He's got a wealth of bull riding experience and talent coming in here. The 23-year-old outside of the top 20, trying to get to that PBR Grand Finals. We talked about the $150,000 up for grabs, the $100,000 that is going to go as a bonus to the PBR Australian champion. So there is a lot of money and a lot of reasons for these guys to want to get to Townsville at the end of October.
Yes, 23 years old. I mean, this is a turning point. It's still a chance. With an event like this one in Mackay and in Tamworth in a couple of weeks' time, there's still an outside chance, but Daryl's got to make it happen now.
Whoa. Wow. You know, and watch this bull out of the chute. And you know, Daryl, boy, I tell you what, he is hurting.
This bull.
You watch what this bull does. He kind of gets out here, and we kind of call this thing a double clutch. Watch the way he kind of stops, stalls, backs up. In bull riding terms, that's a double clutch.
Wow.
I'd like for you guys that grew up driving automatics.
I was going to say, you have to explain it a little more, but it did make sense. But Daryl McPherson here, the hindquarters coming down in an area that, oh, I don't know, that was a little too close to the family's precious areas.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't even go there. We'll move now to Donnie Rutherford from Mount Isa, the 26-year-old. Big bull ride for this man in round number 1, 85.5 points. One of the greatest bull riders from northwest Queensland. This man has been to the United States, and I tell you what, this kid turned a lot of heads, but made it back here to Australia, and we're so glad he did.
It is going to be an absolute statement. If he can put Revolver away here tonight, Donnie Rutherford not only takes away that $5,000 of change, he puts himself and the rest of these boys on firm notice.
You know, it was 2 years ago at the Grand Finals in Townsville. He finished number 2 for that Grand Finals championship race. Here we go. Donnie Rutherford, I like this kid. Revolver, come on. Ride, Donnie, ride. Yes. Oh, he's just got to get away. Ladies and gentlemen, how about Donnie Rutherford?
Oh, the numbers are in too. You're going to like this. 86 points.
Oh, boy, 86 points. 171.5. Right now, he's staring down the barrel of possibly $5,000. He's going to walk away with here tonight, but more importantly, when we get into the whole weekend of this bull riding blowout, he is the number 1 man as of this moment.
Well, he is going to take some catching, all right. It's going to be a big ride from our other cowboys. Man, great to see Donnie Rutherford putting 2 rides together. Well, a cowboy that can carry on with that moment, Jay Biguero. 30 years of old from Bow Desert, Queensland.
Yeah, love this bull. Twist and Shout from Dumbucking Bulls. Whoa. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Wow. And he gets up, and look at him there. He's got a big smile on his face. He said, man. And I got a feeling why that bull got so upset with him.
We need to have a look at Harley Schofield here. He got absolutely belted into next week.
Boy. You know, and look at here. Watch this Snowy River Caravan replay. Watch. Whoa! Everybody's going to be talking about the hits this coming Sunday night from the big front rowers in the NRL Grand Final, but nobody's going to take a bigger hit than the Snowy River Protection athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, give those guys a big hand. Come on.
Righto. This cowboy here is someone that would have been sitting out the back there, going through his prep, making sure that he does everything that he does so right, so meticulous. Kurt Shepherd from Mareeba, Queensland. He's got Manshake as the bull from TF Bucking Bulls L&R Finch partnership. And this is a rematch.
Yeah, he rode this bull for 86.5 points earlier this year. Come on, Kurt. Oh. Oh, and he just shook it up. The TF Bucking Bulls and L&R Finch partnership, Manshake, bucked off the number 1 ranked bull rider in just a little over 2 seconds. Wow.
Well, you can see there the way Coach Shepherd is walking off that arena. He's clearly carrying that injury on that riding arm. And Manshake exposed it on him. Put a little hurt in there as well.
So another bull rider that desperately needs to pack a big punch here in round number 2 tonight is the number 4 ranked bull rider on the tour. Mathematically, he is still in the hunt. He is still in the race for the PBR Australian Championship, with double points being added to the bonus at the Grand Finals in Townsville. Zane Hall, looking for every single opportunity, every single qualified ride that he can get between now and then to close the gap. Double Shot is the name of this bull. TF Bucking Bulls and the number 4 man for 2025. Come on, Zane. Round to the right. Let's go. Let's go.
What a recovery. What a ride. Zane Hall, Double Shot. He has done enough. And look at the numbers. 85 points, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, 85 points. He bucked off in round number 1, but now he has thrown his hat in the ring. He is the number 2 bull rider on that Monster Energy leaderboard outright with 85 points as of this moment. What a clutch ride for the bull rider from Athol, Queensland.
Well, that is what you need to do when you see Donnie Rutherford riding his bulls. You just got to start riding them.
So there you see the move that Hall has made. But Donnie Rutherford has successfully made his way to the summit of the Monster Energy leaderboard with 170.5. So 2 great back-to-back bull rides for him. And we've got something special. Take a look at the screen right now.
Oh, have mercy. My only thought was tequila makes her clothes fall off. I told her put an extra layer on. I know what happens when she drinks what's wrong. Her closet's missing half the things she bought. Yeah, tequila makes her clothes.
Wow. Well, this is how good Ken Hire getting involved in the love on a Friday night in Mackay. Oh, he'll be walking home after that.
Oh, no.
Love is in the air in Mackay tonight. Oh, hang on. Hang on. He's seen the screen. Oh, hang on. They're on a first date. Why not? Seal it with a kiss.
Oh, thanks for playing along, Mackay. You guys have been absolutely awesome here on the opening night. Folks, we're back right after this video clip for the Monster Energy round and section number 3.
Down till I wear the crown, no stopping till you know my name. Ain't backing down for no fight, so you better run for your life. Gonna hunt you down like an animal now. Better run like ooh, I'm ready to go. Yeah, you already know. I'm feeling my flow. Yeah, it's about to blow. Tearing it up like a savage. Yeah, I'm ready for action. Everyone knows I'm the baddest. Yeah, it's about to happen. Ain't nobody gonna stop me now. Ain't nobody gonna bring me down. Ain't nobody gonna stop me now. Ain't nobody gonna bring me down. 'Cause I'm bringing the fire. And I can't be denied. 'Cause I'm bringing the fire. And I can't be denied.
And there is the matchups for round number 2, section number 3, the last of the night, brought to us by Monster Energy. It is Rome Aviation Without Warning and the number 3 bull rider Clint Glass. Diego Galdino dos Santos trying to get one covered tonight on Throw It Back. Ariad Last Strike, Kai Baguero, and Ben Bode looking to ride 2 in a row on Cattle King Roid Rage.
Yes, and then Alison Aguiar, he's there on Road Rage. Kelsey Pablo, Big and Rich, and Luan Christian Camara finishes off us tonight on Edge. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our last section of bull riding tonight. Round 2, section 3, brought to you by Monster Energy.
There has been some big moves made on that Monster Energy leaderboard, but more importantly, the PBR Australian Championship race. Clint Glass has been one of those movers and shakers that has moved himself up to the number 3 spot. He's still around 600 points away from the number 1 spot, but that could all change right here, right now. We're going to get another bull ridden. Wow.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, come on. Another cowboy, 2 from 2. How about it? 86 points.
Wow, 86 points, and that is going to put him, more importantly, number 2 in the event tonight, 168.5. But thinking about that, all the points that he will be earning from round 1, round number 2, is going to slowly close that gap. It is a big gap, but he can slam the door on it if he can continue to ride this wave of success.
It's life-changing money, that grand finals, $150K. Big money. Now, a cowboy that loves to follow in the success of others. A cowboy that can feel the energy from you, Mackay. Diego Galdino dos Santos.
Paradise Outdoor Advertising matchup. The number 14 bull rider trying to, whoa. And the Can-Am clock stops at 1.89 for Diego, and you can see the look of frustration building on his face as we go back to that Monster Energy replay, and this bull just, man, he just puts a move on the 33-year-old South American.
just didn't get the start that he needed there. 1.89 seconds for Diego. Won't be his night tonight. Well, we move our attention to the Snowy River Caravan bucking chute, and a young cowboy from Proserpine, Queensland, Kai Baguero.
The 20-year-old looking for his first qualified ride of the weekend, and I like this matchup. Ariet's Last Stride from Dumbucking Bulls. This bull, too, has a very impressive resume here. Ridden one time out of 18, but at least he's been ridden. Can Kai become the second? Boy.
You can see Ariet Last Strike from Dun Bulls. Just an absolute handful for Cowboys. 42.5-point bull score.
Wow. That was like tying yourself to an atomic bomb and expecting to come out smelling like roses.
That guy was there. Boy, oh boy. Well, we move on. A cowboy that has started to turn a corner from earlier tonight. Another cowboy that if he can ride his second bull, we put a lot of pressure on the event leaders at the moment. Ben Bode, Calliope, Queensland, only 21 years young, finds himself up against a mammoth, Cattle King Royd Rage.
Yeah, and these two have met twice before. Bow Desert earlier this year, Townsville as well. Both times this bull was the winner. Cattle King Royd Rage, former Yeti Bull of the Year for the professional bull riders here in Australia. A huge task for this bull rider. With an 84-point score in round number one, if he rides this bull, he could be north of 90. He could go straight to the pole position on that Monster Energy leaderboard with 1 8-second ride. You need to help him. Come on. Oh, he's hung. He's tied to the bull. And that bull jumped up and down on him, and he is hurt. Well, right now, we're going to take a big, deep breath and hope that Ben Bode is going to be okay, bucking off at 6.3. But this is the absolute brutality of this sport as our paramedics check him out behind the chutes. It is considered the most dangerous sport on the planet. And right here, you can see, in fact, why it has been judged that. Ben Bode right now, ladies and gentlemen, he is a little bruised, he's a little dazed, but guess what? His ears are fine, Mackay. How about you light him up a little bit? Come on, tell him that you're thinking about him. And I've got a feeling he's going to be okay.
And that shoulder of his got a big workout. Well, again, another cowboy here that could ride a second bull and make things very, very interesting. Alison Aguiar from Brazil. These Brazilians have traveled all the way around the world to be here for you, Mackay. He's got himself Road Rage from Ditman Bucking Bulls. Can Alison do it? Let's ride it with him.
Wow.
Himself in that hunt. He's got the determination. He's got the attitude right. It's Casey Pablo here from Tour Victoria. He's found himself on a bull that could be an omen bull, big and rich.
Been ridden for an 84.5 and an 82. Big and Rich, TF Bucking Bulls. Pablo trying to get his first qualified ride of the weekend here in Mackay. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been absolutely amazing, but we cannot fall behind. We have to keep helping these bull riders ride these bulls. It is all about you, what you give to each and every one of these bull riders that will make the difference. Harriet Bucking Chute. And the number 25 bull rider, remember I said, the number 25 bull rider. Only 20 go through to the finals. Come on, Kelsey. Hey, I think we got one going. He's at 7, 8 seconds. He's got him. Oh, we are riding bulls on a Friday night in Mackay, Queensland. And Pablo gets an 81.5 point score. So a big effort for him. 81.5 points. So more importantly, that is going to move him into 8th position in the event this weekend.
Yeah, that's a big moment for him. It's enough points to get him in his name in contention for tomorrow night. If he rides his 2 bulls tomorrow night, he makes things very interesting indeed. It comes down to our last bull rider. And how fitting it lands on this Brazilian, Luan Christian Camara.
Well, the number 2, and there's no need for me to point out how important this moment is for this bull rider. He knows he's the number 2 man. He's watched the number 1 bull rider fail twice this weekend, bucking off both bulls. Here is a big opportunity for him to help pursue his dream of becoming the next PBR Australian champion. Come on, Luan! Luan! Yes, sir! We got another cowboy to the whistle.
On edge is the bull, and how about it? 81 points.
Wow, firing it up with the last bull ride of the night. Watch this. Watch this, Luan. Oh, man, he makes me so jealous.
How about that? What a way to finish it off. 81 points from Luan. The bull clearly not happy. Oh, dear.
You know, they wrote a song about that. Roll out the barrel. So anyway. And there he goes. But ladies and gentlemen, more importantly, there are 3 men in green down here in the arena before you head off and get caught in traffic. Your Snowy River Protection athletes. Would you please put your hands together for 3 of the greatest of all time, Harley Schofield, Kerry Whitehouse, and Logan Scott. Wow. Big thank you to our Harriet officials, and right now we're going to throw it down to my good friend Josh Hansen, who's down in the arena, and we will be presenting night number 1's champion, the Monster Energy Mackay Invitational, presented by Kent Hire, the $5,000 bonus money that will be awarded to one man here on Friday night. Ladies and gentlemen, he rode 2 bulls for 171.5. Your winner for Friday night is Donovan Rutherford.
Donnie, we were talking before the show. Every time you seem to turn up, you seem to take out some money, make some really good bull rides. You must be really happy with the way it went tonight.
Yeah, happy to come here and happy to do good, and thankful to be here.
A round 1 win and round 2 you split the win. That's pretty good night in anyone's books. Let's talk about your ride on Revolver. It's a very rarely ridden bull. How did you go into that matchup?
Yeah, I didn't really know him, but it was a bit of a blur. I don't even really remember. I was just trying to stay on him, and thankful it worked out.
Well, good luck tomorrow night, mate. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. Congratulations, Donovan Rutherford. Well, folks, thank you for joining us here on the opening night. Some big moves have been made, and Donovan Rutherford taking home the night number 1 championship. Hoping you can join us here tomorrow from 7 o'clock tomorrow night for the second installment of the Mackay Invitational, presented by Kent Hire. Don't forget the official PBR after party tonight at the Arcadia Bar and again tomorrow night. So on behalf of Monster Energy, all of our other valued partners, Kent Hire and everybody else, from us to you, all of you, thank you so much, Mackay. Hope you had a wonderful night, and we'll see you again tomorrow night.